welcome to Xuxu Podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Before we talk about anything about your life in details, I wanted to ask you what's something people don't know about Prague usually or the Czech Republic.
Uh, I think besides the fact everyone knows it's beautiful, but also people who haven't been here, they think Eastern Europe
Yes.
and think it looks somewhat like more eastern part of the eastern side of Europe. So it's not the same. We have like a different kind of architecture. So most of the time when my friends visit here who has been to a lot of these countries, so the picture of it being an Eastern European country or city, it completely goes out of the window. So
Yeah, I
that's
think year by year, even more. I wish I had seen the Prague from I was gonna say 10 years ago, but I've been here 7 years ago. So okay, 20 years ago
Yeah.
would have been very interesting to discover because some of my friends moved here 20 years ago, and they were like, "I'm not sure you would have chosen Prague back then."
Okay.
So
It's possible. It's
yeah.
possible.
I'm glad I moved the time I moved, but still curious about what it looked like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hitting almost 10 years, so but now it's a lot different. And Czech Republic as a country, it might be Eastern Europe, but I think as a city, if you just talk about the city, Prague, geographically, I would consider it's very central.
For sure, for sure. One of the first Czech people I met, the group, I think I mentioned something Eastern Europe, and they were
They got
like, no,
offended.
no, 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 this is Central Europe. And since then, I've been kind of advocating for it.
Yeah, as a city, I would still say it's central. That's one of the reason I moved here, because it's so much easier to get around to each capital. Like I'd say 1 to 2 hours, you're in the any direction, north, south, east, west. You're in the next capital city of that country,
Yes.
which is super great.
Any favorite one apart from Prague, capital cities in Europe?
In central, in the TriStar, I would say Budapest. I love Budapest. It's just it's one of the only places where Czech crowns feels stronger. So I love it, and it's also my friends and we used to say Budapest is like 5x Prague because it's as bigger, but it's also as beautiful. But I would still live in Prague.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Because I've been to Budapest only once, maybe 7 years ago. Yes, and I don't know. It didn't call me anything.
Did you walk
didn't have
around?
any. Yes,
Yeah.
but maybe not enough. I don't know. Yeah, it was just yeah, it's fine, but I'm happy to go back to
Okay.
Prague.
Yeah. I don't know. I just loved it.
Okay, but I plan to go again, and
You should go
I
again.
had the
I
same
think
feeling with Vienna, but I think maybe it was because it was winter, and I need to go back.
Vienna is not. I would kind of agree with your feeling there
Yeah.
because Vienna is way more modern. So for me, something to be qualified as, oh, this is a nice city, especially in terms of architecture and stuff. It has to have its originality. Prague that's one of the reasons Prague is still beautiful, which I like too because they have the strict rules in Prague. One, for example, you can't build buildings in certain design because they have to still keep their original architecture. So Budapest is one of those cities where they preserve their old style. Vienna is very modern. It's similar to Berlin in some ways or Munich where
But I
everything is.
love Berlin though. So.
You love Berlin? Okay. Okay, so now we have fundamental taste difference here. So
Yeah. But so how come you ended up in Prague then? What was the story?
So I finished my school. I wanted to do engineering, which I was sure about. I didn't know which country. I just wanted to go abroad. Germany was, of course, the first option for engineering, but it was also expensive and also language was a thing. I was like, I want to pick the program and the country is second. So,
Wow.
so I picked the program and I ended up in Lithuania.
Okay.
in a second largest city. It's called Kaunas. Once I got there, I was like, okay, I cannot do here. I cannot do here 4 years of engineering. So I traveled to Prague the first year I got here. In September, I got to Lithuania. In December, I came here for Christmas. And I fell in love. I was like, wow, this is like such a fairy tale city. I need to live here.
It was instant.
Yeah, it was like when I came here, it was like there was Christmas market in Old Town. Everything was so magical. It's like I would say it was like my first true European city experience. So it also like really ingrained in me that okay, this is beautiful. I need to live here. And then I just looked for universities here, and I found out that Czech Republic, and they had the program that I wanted. It was taught in English, uh, affordable, Central Europe. So I was like, yes, I'm coming here.
But that's crazy that you found a program from Lithuania first before you finding a program in
Yeah,
Prague. Like,
yeah.
does that mean they're not?
I think back then they were not marketing as much because when I joined
But
Travel,
Lithuania did. Like,
they did. But here, when I joined, I think my batch was the second ever English batch in
Okay.
Travel, so they weren't kind of figuring it out.
Okay, well, before Lithuania, you were.
I was in India, so I did my part of my high school, end of my high school in India, and then I moved abroad.
Okay, well. So, what would you say are your best moments in Prague of those like 10 years right now?
So far, I would say highlight is definitely graduating because that took a lot of effort. Because it's not an easy university. It was Wild West, so it was definitely one of my best moments. And last year, I became Trivali Pavit. I became a permanent resident. That was also something I had in my long-term goal. The moment I decided I'm not moving anywhere, that was like, okay, then I need to get this, you know. So that was one of my second best moments.
And how does that work actually? So right now, like, you can stay in Czech Republic forever, right?
Yeah.
But it's not nationality.
It's not nationality. It's just that.
Like you proved your
Yeah, so
usefulness to the country.
in some ways, you know, they want people to pay taxes here
Yeah.
to be here. So I think they want you to stay here for 5 years minimum. But when you're a student, they count it as half because
Okay.
you're not paying taxes.
Yes, okay.
So when you start working, they count it as a whole year. So that's why I had to stay like up to 8 years for it to qualify as 5 years. Before, it was like since I graduated here, I could be in the country without any employer for up to 6 months, right? Now, I don't need any employer. I could be in the country for doing nothing. I just have to pay my own insurance and stuff. So that was a good relief. So that's why one of the reason I took a long break last year because I didn't have to.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. it was-
Congrats.
Thanks.
But
Thanks.
so what did you have to do? Like any test or?
Yeah, I had to pass A2. So it was a sprint. So I would say the third happiest moment was to pass this exam because after state exam in universities here you have to do state exam. That was very stressful. So after that, I think the second stressful exam was this because you kind of have judges sitting on a panel and you're talking in Czech. And you're also preparing for that date for a long time because once you miss the date, the next date is going to be like a few months after. So,
And with
yeah.
Czech language, it's like kind of like it depends if you're having a good day or a bad day. You know, like also depends who you're talking to. Like, may they have a weird accent or something.
Thank you. Because the 2 days ago, I went to post office. I could deal stuff in post office, you know. That's the reason I passed
Yes,
it too.
yes, yes.
But this woman, she started like shouting at me and like talking too quick. I just couldn't understand her because if you go to the Czech Post, you usually pick an option, right? Oh, do you want to send a letter?
Yes,
You want to
yes,
send a
yes.
parcel? You want to receive something? So I picked, I want to send a letter. So once you get there, I would expect the person already knows that. Then she asked me the same question. But I kind of got confused why she's asking me. So I asked her, like, why are you asking me the same? In a way, then it like derailed and she went on to like say so many different things. And then the person behind me kind of helped me. And then she got into a nicer mood. Then I can like use my Czech. So I was like, after the fact that happened, I was thinking like, what just happened there? Because I was supposed to understand her, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
I mean, I guess it's like the fourth or fifth time we talk about the Czech Post Office on this podcast, and I'm like, okay, I need to make a compilation about it, and or even like start a whole podcast about the Czech Post Office, like, and we would
Experience.
record in the Czech Post Office, you know, like ASMR, like.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe you should get some of these people behind the counter to talk.
Yeah.
I think that would be a big achievement, to be honest.
So yeah, same for me. Like it became kind of a small anxiety. Like whenever I have to go to the post office, I'm like, is it gonna be a good day or a bad day?
Yeah. It also depends which post office you go. If you go to the Hlavni, the central one, there's a high likelihood you get a good person, someone who speaks semi-good English.
So yeah, this is part of also the challenges of like speaking Czech.
As long as I can convey my message to the next person, it's fine. So, because I think myself, I tolerate, at least I also, most of the English, because we tolerate a lot of people not speaking perfect English. But at the same time, when you're learning a language, somehow you have this feeling that, oh, I have to come out perfect, otherwise I don't want to speak, you know?
Yeah.
But with the level of English I speak to most people here, so I was like, okay, if I can tolerate this, they can also tolerate my Czech.
True. Whenever I learned a language like English, Spanish, Czech, I completely like didn't want to learn the grammar rules. I was like, I'll just practice whatever, like when I watch a movie or when I talk to someone, and then it just clicks. But the grammar part, like, no, don't ask me. Like, it doesn't bring me happiness, and I'm very happiness oriented. So I'm like, no happiness, you're gone.
Yes, good. That's a good metric. Do you watch any Czech shows?
Not at the moment. I tried couple ones, but yeah, it didn't stick to anything.
Yeah, me neither. I tried watching this crime documentary.
Ooh,
It's actually based on true stories that happened in Czech Republic and also Prague. I was like watching. Of course, you don't understand the whole thing, but if you turn on the subtitles, you get the whole context, and sometimes you pick up like expressions, but not enough to a point, like you said, to stick with it.
Okay, little break. What's your favorite coffee spot?
So my recent find is Alphabet. It's pronounced as Alphabet, but it's Alf and Bet.
Yes.
Their roastery is good. Their coffee is good. They also make Danish pastries. So it was a recent find. It's super close here. So I've been loving it. What else do I like? I like coffees in Collector, but it also depends what coffee beans they use. But most of the time, their coffee is good.
Collector is in the National Gallery?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I also hang out there a lot, so maybe I'm a bit biased. But Alphabet is the new good place.
What's your favorite bar, if any?
Bar. Yeah. For me, bar is never about the drinks itself. It's more about the vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's also, so I would naturally, I'm biased towards where I have people working, or like where I'm used to going when I was a uni or something. Recently, I like Cobra. Do you know Cobra?
Yes.
In Kameniska, that's pretty good. And also Luft. It's a Hollerschwitzer. I'm in Hollerschwitzer, so it's pretty good. It's very small, and they have this groovy vibes. They play some good music. Also like Groove Bar. But it's hard to socialize there though. It's too loud, the music.
Yeah. I really like the bar Fiesta in the
Fiesta.
Rigrovica.
Yeah, bar. I love it too. Bar Fiesta. It's a bar / cafe.
Yeah.
You have places to sit outside. In summer, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's one of your favorites?
Right now, I just remembered about it not so long ago and been going a few times. One more little game before my next questions. I'm gonna give you a list of items and you tell me which one's your favorite.
Okay.
Are you more Vyšehrad or Rigrovisady?
Rigovisadi, 100%.
Are you more Rigrovisady or Kampa?
Kampa. I would say Kampa because I have lived around it for 6.5 years. I was there in Kalanosti, so yeah, Kampa.
More Kampa or Stromovka?
I would still pick Kampa.
Okay, Kampa or Vitkov?
Kampa.
Kampa or Petrin?
Petrin. The views are nicer, of course. Petrin, I would say Petrin.
Petrin or Naplavka?
I don't think it's a fair comparison because Naplavka, you're in the river, and like Petrin, you have the view, overarching view of the city, right? So, Naplavka is definitely better to chill.
Okay, and Naplavka or Letna?
Letna. I live in Letna, so Letna is I would trump all of this over Letna.
Okay.
I think Letna has one of the nicest parts.
True. All right, I want to ask who's your favorite Czech person and what it says about you.
My favorite Czech person has to be my friend, Daniel, because, yeah, the way we met is very random. Even though I was in Czech Republic at that point 5 years, I had a lot of Czech people in my life, but no one like close friends. Because I realized when I look back at it, because it's more probably because all the Czech people I knew was always older than me because it's from the work environment.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the first person who I could vibe with who was also my age group. So, and he also travels a lot. So we have a lot of things going on in common. So he's my favorite person. And I think as much as he's Czech, a lot of his values are closer to the East.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons I think I really vibe with him. The famous person should be Milan Kundera. I haven't read any of his books, but I know the person for a long time, so that tells something about myself, I guess. Because I came to know about him, I think, early last year, and it hasn't gotten to a point that I need to pick up this one book. But everyone told me he's a good author. I read some of his scripts, like one pages here and there, but not any of his books. So,
do you know anything interesting about him, for example? Because I started 2 books, but yeah, a couple pages. No,
so
but I'm not a reader as well. So.
Okay. I think for me, reading is very like it's a phase of life kind of thing. So what kind of genres I read? So his genres hasn't gotten to my phase of life.
That's fair. That's
yeah.
Fair. I should ask my friends if they have read the whole, at least finished the book.
Yeah,
or if anyone's just talking about him, like, yeah, Milan said this, and it's like, have you read the whole thing?
And it's usually translation of Czech books, right? He doesn't write in English, as far as I know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So I think when that happens, a lot of the originality kind of loses its way. It's also one of the reasons I haven't this is something I need to pick up kind of thing. But maybe I'll get around it because, at this point you have to read one of his books.
This could be your next goal, like you said, after Trvalý pobyt or A2 was one of your goals, and next goal is reading Milan Kundera.
Yes, books, yeah, right. This year I'll definitely read one of his.
Do you have any goals right now?
Goals?
In your life or Prague related?
Oh, damn. I do. I am a very goal-oriented person. I kind of want to pick back my YouTube. Because YouTube is kind of like my visual diary place. So the other day, I was going through my videos from 2 years ago, and I was super surprised in some ways to see how I was thinking and what kind of chain of thoughts was going through my head. And even in that moment on the days when I was actually making those videos, I was never amazed by it. But now I look back and I was like, wow, I was thinking a certain way, and I like how creative I was. So that gave me the signal that I should be also doing it now so that I can look back on it a few years ahead. So that's one thing. It's not in a way that I need to be the next big thing, It's more it's always something I drop and I always go back to. So now I'm telling myself, okay, this is something, it's always a recurring theme in my life, so I need to take it a bit more serious, and also I get a lot of fulfillment out of it. So that's definitely one.
Yeah, that's something you're doing for you. Even if you have goals, they're numbers or something, you're still doing it for you.
I think you can relate to it a lot, right? So
I mean, I never thought about it this way, like going back to what I did and being like, oh, that was so cool. Like, I guess it's too soon for this. But,
yeah, I mean, you've been doing for a year now.
Yes.
So if you watch your year one, month one episode versus your latest episode, you would see there's a lot of changes. Plus, maybe there's not a drastic difference in how you think or stuff, but even maybe your delivery, maybe how you edit, how you how you do certain things it grows a lot, and you cringe at that time, but but you grow out of it, you know. So which is super great to see.
Yeah, I was reading someone that was talking about podcast having success and everything, and they're like, the first 2 years, like you shouldn't look at your numbers or anything because it doesn't mean anything. Just continue doing whatever you do, and then after you can start thinking about
numbers. Yeah, it's a side effect. So the moment you like you start to put more value on the numbers, then it's like a losing game, you know, because the numbers always goes
lots
out.
of CEOs says this as well. Like if you're looking for numbers, you're never gonna make it.
Yeah.
Okay, what's something people don't know about you?
Ooh. That I left India when I was 2. I think in my 28 years of existence, more than half, 18 years almost, I was outside, maybe 16. I think most of the time, people who hasn't seen enough of the world, at least when they talk to you, they come with some certain type of assumption. Oh, you're from certain part of the world, you expect to be spoken certain way, you expect to be sound certain way. So I wouldn't put that as like a metric, but I would say like, yeah, I grew up different places. I have moved around different countries. I've lived in 6 countries so far. I've traveled to like 37, so this year I will probably travel to 40 countries. So yeah, I think that's something maybe probably people can't just tell you by seeing you. Maybe if they know me for a while, they would.
Do you have any regrets about anything
Of
like your life?
So far?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a deep question. In terms of how I did my things, nope. But in personal life, yes, I have a few things that I would definitely do different.
Yeah. I mean, on myself, I was thinking like when I started traveling abroad for studies, I guess. I don't know. First, maybe I went like 1 month in Spain when I was, I don't know, I guess 19.
Yeah.
Then in England, even before England was like 16 something.
Yeah.
And then Spain for a month, and then the US for a year.
Oh,
but part? I regret being like so shy, you know, like not going out more to people and like having more experiences and just kind of staying in your lane, like what you know and who you know.
Oh no, I'm hyper extrovert.
Always have been.
Yeah, I'm hyper extrovert. I am very social. I can just crack a conversation with anyone. So I think those kind of things I don't regret. Like a lot of the things when you're doing at that moment, you don't really understand. Like I was saying, even I told you the first year when I moved to Europe, I took a year break before I started my university here in Prague. And when I was taking that break, of course, you see all your friends like moving on with their degrees, and like your parents are saying, my parents are like, they were very supportive. For example, they would tell me like, if you think it's the right thing to do it, you know. But even then you have the self-doubt of, oh, I'm taking a year break, so I'm like gonna fall behind or whatnot. But looking back, all of those were the best decisions, you know. I took a year break, I traveled around Europe, I lived in Malta for like 4 months. It was so random. Sometimes I just sign up for the most difficult thing just to see if I can do it. So I did a part of my degree in Canada. It was like I went to one of the toughest universities. It was so fucking difficult, and then at that point it was also COVID. So altogether it was like really bad situation. But once once you like put you through that situation, I always figure out, okay, you kind of create this tenacity that you can do more. So I don't regret anything, but in that moment probably I would have.
Yeah, but in the end, I guess there's always two sides to everything. Like,
Yeah.
if you've done it or if you haven't done it, there's always like.
Yeah. So my general philosophy right now is like, if I will always say yes to good times.
Yeah. What's the best decision you've taken recently?
Oh. Recently. To leave my company.
Yeah.
Last year, yeah. Last year I left my job 9 to 5, then I was running my company. I would say, yeah, best decision in terms of my mental and physical health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good for you. All right. I guess that's what I had for you today. But every time at the end of the episode, I ask my guests to make a wish.
Oh.
You don't have to tell me what it is.
Okay.
And yeah, just blow the candle that you have over there, and I hope it becomes true. And if it does, you can come back on the podcast and tell us all about it.
Oh, sure.
Yay! All right,
Okay.
Ada, it was super nice chatting to you.
Thanks for having me.
Anything you want to add? That
No, you call it what's a Xuxu podcast?
Xuxu Podcast. Yes.
It's a Xuxu?
Xuxu.
Oh,
Yes.
it's a Xuxu, is it?
Xuxu, like my French friends say Xuxu. I think the Brazilians say Xuxu.
Shush.
Or
It's
the
like kisses,
Chinese,
kisses,
yeah.
right? Is it?
No, it's just
So
like
tell me what's your meaning.
it's like, so my name is Margot, right?
Yeah.
And before on my Instagram, I had my first name and last name, but I didn't like it because I was on Tinder a lot and I didn't want people to
To
know,
like look you up?
yeah, or to know my last name because
Yeah.
maybe I'm just gonna go on one date with you and I don't want to. So I was like, okay, I need a new name for Instagram. And so I just took the last two letters of my name, so UX, because my name is spelled like Margaux,
Yeah.
and reverse double. It was free name on
Oh,
Instagram.
I
so
thought it was like, you know, when you, instead of sending kiss emojis,
Zozo.
it says, you put like susus, like kisses,
Yeah.
kisses.
No, but it was like inspired. Yeah, I guess I was like, oh, this sounds cool. Let me do it, and yeah, now it's like my nickname here
Yeah.
and there.
I mean, dating in Prague would have been a good
Oh
off-thread.
yeah, I could do like a season about this. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It was fun chatting with you.